Goodbye to obsessing about what to say on camera. It's time to start publishing your content and getting views. Introducing BIGVU AI Magic Writer, your personal screenwriter on the go. With a few words from you, BIGVU AI will generate you a script that you can deliver with confidence and clarity. No more wasting time and effort writing scripts from scratch. BIGVU AI takes care of everything with one click. And the magic doesn't end there. With BIGVU, you can record with the teleprompter, style your videos with automatic subtitles, and share your masterpiece on social media with one touch. Don't take our word for it. Millions of coaches, realtors, and small businesses have already fallen in love with BIGVU AI. Are you ready to see the magic for yourself? Then you don't want to miss out on our live webinar happening on Valentine's Day, Tuesday, February 14th at 1 p.m. EST. Join us for a chance to learn how BIGVU AI can make your video creation process a breeze. Register now and be on your way to producing stunning videos with ease. See you there.
Hello. How are you, everyone? How's it going? Here's Philip, head of content at BIGVU. I'm very happy to host this event with an amazing person. His name is Phil Pallen. He's a brand strategist, I think the best out there. So if you have a brand and you want to take it to the next level, you should message him. And especially he's also a content creator. He has an amazing YouTube channel. And right now he's talking about all the tools, all the platforms, all the startups that has AI right now. So if you want to check, go to Phil Pallen to YouTube and you have all the amazing videos that you can see. And today we're going to talk about the AI Magic Writer, this new feature that you guys love it. We love it. We think it's the best. And we're going to talk about everything. We have cool things to mention. We have a product hunt page that is getting to the top 3, and we need your help to make it a top 1. We have also a special code that is more as a giveaway to support you, all of you, to try this new tool. So we have a lot of new exciting things to do. So let's all welcome Phil Pallen.
Hello. Thank you for that amazing intro. By the way, the only thing you need to add to my intro is that I'm a brand strategist and a super huge, big fan of BIGVU, the app.
Oh.
And now
I need to hear that from you.
Yeah, you need to put that in my intro because it is the truth. This has to be one of the apps that I open the most on my phone. And you know for a fact, with how much I talk about AI tools, the fact that you guys are now bringing your A game with this brand new feature, I could not be more excited to hang out with you today and to demo this live. And for everyone that's joining us, welcome.
Amazing, Phil. Thank you very much. We're going to be super happy to actually show us this feature. First of all, I'd like to show you a small demo about how it works. You guys all watch this promo, but I'm going to show you a small demo how it works, and then we're going to jump right away to our product hunt page. I'm going to show you where it stands, where it's from, where you can get the link, and you can help us. So I'm going to show this video really quick.
Introducing BIGVU AI Magic Writer, your personal screenwriter on the go. With a few words from you, BIGVU AI will generate you a script that you can deliver with confidence and clarity. No more wasting time and effort writing scripts from scratch. BIGVU AI takes care of everything with one click. Try BIGVU AI Magic Writer and get ready to impress your audience with high-quality videos.
Awesome. So guys, get your phone if you're using the computer. And I think if you're using the phone, you can actually just link and you can see there the QRC code. Link it. This is our product hunt page. Let me open that for you, Phil. Here's our page.
There we go.
Where does this stand? We have 300 votes. Not bad.
But we can do better. Let me actually refresh this. I had this loaded a few minutes ago. So let me just refresh and see where we're at. Well, there we go. 304. We'll keep tabs on this page. But yes, if there's one thing that you can do to help BIGVU out in the next few minutes, it would be a hop over to Product Hunt and give this a view, or give this an upvote rather. Honestly, I mean, I get excited about the features that you guys launch, and I feel like you're constantly iterating and improving and evolving to make our lives as content creators, but also busy working professionals, right? I'm sure we have people in the comments or watching today that can relate to this idea that like, maybe, for example, I'm a brand strategist. We have a lot of realtors, interior designers, lots of people that have a profession or something they do for a living. And now in 2023, you have to be so many other things in addition to whatever you do. Content creators, video content creators at that. So what you've launched today is so incredibly exciting for people that might find stressful, to hop on video, or for a lot of people, it takes a ton of time to actually manually write scripts. And when things take so long, it puts additional pressure, right? In so many other areas of your life. Ideally, you're not spending hours and hours writing scripts, but you can actually, gather your ideas in a conversational way, much like you and I are doing right now, Philippe. Like, we're just having a
Amazing.
conversation, right? We're not planning every little word that we're going to say.
Yeah.
And I think what you've created is so powerful, and it's really based on this idea of conversation. And I'm super excited to demo it.
Amazing. And before we demo, Phil, and thank you very much for the kind words. If you actually press the 3 free months free on the left side on the red,
Yeah,
you see
let's
there?
do it.
No,
Red,
you see below?
left side. Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, here we go. You press and you get a code. And if you use this code, you get BIGVU AI Pro 3 months for free. Take this down because
Amazing.
I think it's gonna end in like 24 hours. So if you don't have the code, you won't be able to use it. And give it a try. I mean, it's an incredible tool. Phil Pallen is gonna give us the best demo out there. So I'm really thrilled to see what you come up with. And yeah, guys, just go there, support us. Our goal is to make the top 3. We already did. Let's maintain it, but let's try to make the first one. It's always nice to have a good number.
I'm going to click back to the homepage to see where we're at. It still looks like we are number 3. We need about 100 more to take that next spot. I know you guys can help us. Give us a little vote. A few of you just did. Thank you so much. Again, that 3 months free that Philippe was just talking about, you just literally hop over here to the product hunt page and click that to copy it, and then you can copy and paste that. Awesome. Thanks for pointing that out.
Amazing. And for all of you that you want to try after 3 months or you missed the code, at the end, I'm going to put the link of Phil Pallen, what he has in a special offer for you. But just stay tuned. I will show that at the end of the video. So Phil, let's go ahead and let's try this feature.
Let's try it. So what I'll do is I will hop over. Maybe the first thing we'll do is demo it on mobile. We will demo this. So I'll just switch the screen that I'm sharing. We will demo this in a few places today. So there we go. I'm going to share my iPhone screen. So let's find BIGVU right there. You guys should be able to see my screen now. I'm going to log into projects. You can see my camera here. So I've got my phone in my hand. This is a live demo. So the first thing I'm going to do, which I'm sure if you're already using BIGVU, you click that plus sign down in the bottom, right? Now there's a new feature here. You might see that and go, "Oh, that's new." It's absolutely new. So you're going to hit AI Magic Writer, which is that third option. Okay, it's going to tell you this is powered by AI, and you guys will see literally in a few seconds. That's how long it takes us to write a script. So first thing we'll do, so it knows to input your name in the script, you're just going to type that. Then we have a handful of options here, 4 options. You're going to choose which one makes the most sense based on the video that you're about to create. So you could pitch my business or personal profile, video sales letter. So we often see realtors use something like this, right? A video sales letter. So it's like instead of sending a letter, you can send a quick little video, but you'll want to plan out what you'd want to say. It'll help you with that. Next would be script with tips. This is the one that I use the most often. This is how I plan my YouTube videos or even my Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, which I use BIGVU for religiously. Finally, the one that we're going to select right now for this demo, we'll just do a simple one and I'll maybe talk out a sentence or two. We're going to click News to Share. And what this is going to do, we're going to hit that button in the middle when we're ready to just talk it out. Okay, so I'm going to not plan what I'm about to say, right? It's so different than if I was sitting in front of a script and I'm like, okay, what is every word I want to say 2 hours later, right? Instead, we're just going to hit the record button and I'm just going to talk out what we're doing today. So let's go. Today, I am presenting a webinar featuring the voice to script AI Magic Writer by BIGVU. I'm really excited about this feature. So we'll pause there. We'll take a little beat. And here it's just going to literally take a few seconds to listen back to what I just said. I told you a few seconds. Have a look at this. That wasn't even a minute. That wasn't even 30 seconds. That was literally 10 seconds or so. It took what I said in a sentence or two, and it has now somehow, I mean, this is the magic of AI. Philippe, I'm sure we'll talk about this. I'm actually not excited about every AI tool out there, but this one is incredible. It is incredible. And trust me, I know you found me because my YouTube channel is literally all about AI tools. And there's some out there that I like, and there's some that I don't like. This is honestly top 3 for me. It is, you guys have done such a beautiful job of this. So let's keep going. If I wanted to edit the script, they give you that option, which is perfect. You'll notice a little detail here. I mean, everything is written perfectly, by the way. Well done. The only thing that's different is BIGVU. Obviously, AI might not know how to spell BIGVU, the brand. No big deal. Honestly, a lot of times, Philippe, in my scripts, I'll write it how I would say it, even if it's not exactly how it's going to be written. BIGVU is an example of that. So no problem that there's a typo, not really a typo, but just a different way of, a different way of writing it in the AI, because I'm just going to say it anyways. So we can go ahead now. Here we go. You can see me. I'm literally doing this right now. And we can record this. So I can set font size, speed, starting point, exposure, resize it. I've got my settings saved here for normally when I'm recording videos in the app. So let's go ahead and click record. And we're just going to do a few seconds of this. Ready? Not overthink it. Today, I am delighted to be joined. Well, I am Phil Pallen, an international brand strategist and social media expert. We are discussing the AI Magic Writer. Hold on, blah, blah, blah. So you guys got it. So literally we present, okay? And then once you have your video, doing a quick demo, because I just want to kind of go through it quickly, and then we'll go back and do some examples with you guys. So here we can add magic styles. You can add your captions. You can make edits. I made a little mistake in that one, so I would probably go back and do a second take, right? So we can click here, new take. Let's do it. Obviously, it's written in third person, so I would rewrite that slightly, but I'm just going to go for it. Here we go. I'm Phil Pallen, an international brand strategist and social media expert. Today, I'm discussing the latest AI Magic Writer feature by BIGVU. So I'm going to provide some insight into how this new technology can help businesses improve their writing processes and create more effective content. My second take was so much better. By the way, I just need a little warm-up run with you guys. So I'm really happy with that. Here, I would do exactly what I want to do with it. Make some trims to the edit, definitely add some captions before I go to post this on Instagram or YouTube. You'll recognize this interface. It's got all the features that you know and love with BIGVU. It's just that now you can write your scripts way, way faster. And that, my friends, is why I'm so excited about this.
Amazing, Phil.
Perfect. There's our little demo on mobile.
That was very nice.
It was mostly nice. I screwed up a little bit at the, for a second, but don't we all? Audience, friends in the chat, is your first take usually rough? My first one's always like a little bit of a warm-up run, right? And I'm like, okay, now I got all the like little nuances out, and then I do the second one. Usually takes me 2 or 3 takes, but I love that you guys allow for that. I'm sure people can relate to that.
Amazing. I'm going to actually add here another QRC code where you can actually try the feature yourself. Go ahead and try it.
Love it. I love Emma. Emma says in the comments, I normally need like 10 takes, so you did good. Thank you, Emma.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I took like 15, 20 takes. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Jacqueline says, it's great to see you normal. Yeah, Philippe, as we were planning today's webinar, right, we were like, let's not have all these fancy pre-recorded videos. You guys did, you did a beautiful job packaging this up so people can get a sense of what it's all about. But I think the whole point of us today is that we're live, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're human. That's the joy of this app, is that I think you've done a beautiful job of just like celebrating that and the fact that we're not perfect. But guess what? Guys, you don't need to be perfect in your content. In fact, you don't need to script it out word for word in most cases. Getting comfortable using AI within your marketing, I think, is key. You don't have to spend hours and hours and hours and hours writing an exact script that, for a video that could be 15 seconds, 1 minute, even a few minutes long. We're really seeing AI now being integrated into our marketing workflow. But as I said to Philippe, actually, before we hit record, for me, I'm not equally excited about every AI tool there is out there. I think a lot of times there's a learning curve. Chat GPT is an example. People are really excited about it. I'm actually not that excited about it yet because my audience are busy working professionals. My friends, my audience, they do not have time to spend hours and hours and hours troubleshooting something to get the hang of it or to learn how to write the perfect prompt. So the reason I get excited about tools like this, like the AI Magic Writer from BIGVU, is because you're making it easy for us. You're making our lives easier, right? We have a few minutes, maybe in between calls or in between appointments, to hop on camera and create something to show up for our online audience. And this is just the perfect way to do that, as we demoed literally a single sentence. Kind of funny that it wrote it in third person. So
but
you might have to.
It's like me.
Yeah.
If I have to present and I have to promote your workshop, it will be like third person. So I will be like, I'm presenting Phil Pallen's workshop.
Mm-hmm. So
Maybe
that was a good point. That was probably my error. I said, I'm presenting. So the AI interpreted that as I'm presenting Phil Pallen. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. We can do another demo. We'll do a demo using desktop. We can do another demo using mobile. You tell me what you want. I got both of the windows ready.
Let's do desktop because we have here a lot of users that want to see how it works on the desktop as well.
Perfect.
Perfect. Let's give the two options.
So let me go ahead and share my entire screen. Here I've got the product hunt up. I want to show you, if I may, I want to show you my old workflow, rather, when it comes to writing videos. I'm actually kind of horrified by this now after integrating BIGVU into now my script planning. I wouldn't even say script writing. Guys, this is just a Google Doc that I use internally where I write and script all my YouTube videos. You can see that this is from 2022, but look how much work this is and how much time this takes. If I click on to, let me find a script that might make sense here. Time-saving tips for Instagram. So it would literally take me an hour, maybe an hour and a half to script out a script. And then obviously I would read it on BIGVU. But it takes me a lot of time to write this, right? And so I want to show you, just to set the stage, about why I'm excited. I'll leave this script up. So for example, I can just grab a few tips here. So batch create your content, schedule your posts, create a routine. So I'll loosely remember those, and then we'll hop over now to BIGVU. Let me just change my browser window. Here we go. So I'm now on BIGVU desktop. And what we're going to want to do here is let's go actually to create a new script. Let's give it a headline. Time saving tips for Instagram. Okay. Again, what I want to do, I really want to focus, group, on not overthinking this. I'm an expert. I talk about social media every single day, social media and branding. This is my world. So whenever I have to script something, I sometimes will think, okay, well, what are my tips? Yet if someone conversationally says, Phil, what's working for you right now on Instagram? I can answer that question right away because I don't overthink it. Like I wouldn't overthink it in a conversation, but the minute it becomes a script, it's like all of a sudden I overthink it. Now, this AI writer tool, really it's designed to channel that conversational tone that we as humans do so well. And it even takes it a step further here. So again, we're using desktop, and I'm going to use an example here to rewrite a paragraph. Okay. So let's say if I go back to my script, I like this idea of batch creating. So I'm just highlight this script that might be from an Instagram caption. It might be from somewhere else that I've created content. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that text in here. So I'm just showing you a little bit of a different example here. Remove that emoji. So the service here, there's a few services that BIGVU is offering here. Similar to how we chose the video type on mobile a second ago, here it's going to let you choose from this menu. Rewrite is what I'm going to choose today. But I want to point out you can also pitch my business. How helpful is this if you're writing maybe a reply to someone on LinkedIn who's inquiring about your services or your product or your business? A video sales letter. We talked about this. We have lots of different industries, of customers and clients at BIGVU. A lot of realtors find this tool and this app really powerful. Just wait until you integrate Magic Writer into your workflow. Video sales letter is a common one. News to share, I often click that one, but let's go with rewrite for this. So again, this could be an Instagram caption that you've pasted, something you've written down, or maybe you quickly talked it out or have it written in notes on your phone to do something with it later. Finally, before we click Write New, we're going to choose a tone. Persuasive, neutral, friendly, professional, witty, I like that one, or marketing. In my case, marketing makes the most sense. That's related to what I'm talking about. So you can experiment. I recommend hopping in here and actually experimenting with some of the different tones just to see what works for you depending on the content you're creating. I'll hit marketing. So we're going to rewrite marketing, and we pasted some text here. I'm going to click Write New. And in just a few seconds, literally a few seconds, it's going to give us some awesome pre-written content here that I can click on. You've got two options, well, actually three, but I'll talk through some of these. I can delete it if I don't like it. I can add it to the script if I love it and I actually want to present this. So for this example, let's add that to the script. Maybe down here, I'm thinking, well, I like it, but I want to workshop it a little bit, or I want to try some other variations, but I want to save it to my whiteboard. That's a new feature. I believe, Philip, this just launched yesterday, right? The whiteboard. Super cool.
That's right. Yesterday. I think Sunday. This week was launched.
Yeah, that's great. So if you guys,
the cool part about this thing is like you have always ideas, and we always forget ideas because our brain works super fast every day, and we're so busy, as you say, through one meeting, a second one. So all these notes stay there forever as long as you don't delete them. So whenever you're actually writing a script and you want to put like important input, or you want to say something that you remember in the last week or something like that, you can eventually take one part from there, add it to your script, shoot, you have a video ready in a few minutes.
Here's an idea. If you have an assistant or a VA or someone who's helping you with content creation, you might have someone like that log in ahead of time and help you actually gather this, right? Think about this new AI feature almost as like an assistant or a VA, but automated. It's helping you save time by gathering content quickly that enables you to do what you need to do quickly, right? Which is create that content. I believe they're still testing this, or they're still working on a few little bugs since it launched, from the whiteboard to the script. But if I go back to AI Write here, look, I can click Add to Script. Here I can just make any kind of adjustments. There we go. This looks perfect that looks about, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or so. So I can read it, I can read and record, and you can also incorporate live streaming if that's something you do. I'm going to click, for this quick example, we're going to read record. So what's going to happen, I'm just going to change the camera. I've got a few cameras over here, as you can see. I think it's this one. Yep, that's that camera. Hello. So if we click done, we know we double checked our audio and our video. I can go ahead, again, this is from desktop. I can go ahead and present from here, and I'll just do a few quick seconds of this. Here we go, countdown from 5. Maximize your time with batch creating. Set a timer for however long you have and generate as many posts as you can within that time frame. This will help you make the most of your creativity and to create more posts faster and better if you took extra time for each post. If you want to save time while creating content, why not batch create? Give it a try, right? So there you go. Literally, I didn't even write that script. AI wrote it for me, and guys, in a matter of seconds, we just created a perfectly viable piece of content. So from here, I can upload that project. I can download it in the various formats. Or if that was my first take and it was kind of rough, I can think of it as a practice run and click record again. And it will bring me back to that script and I will be able to use it. So there we go. Multiple takes. I can do a new take. I can edit the script. You've got all of your options here. And I'm just totally in love with this feature, both on mobile and on desktop. Philippe, I find myself using both. I use the one quickly on my mobile device if I'm in a rush or I want to create, obviously, that vertical content quickly. Or even for YouTube now, I find myself going onto the desktop and using one of my cameras here to quickly record a horizontal video.
Yeah, eventually you can also connect your camera to the teleprompter as well, so you don't have to use your laptop one. And actually, if you go back to your script, I want to show something to the audience. As you say that you want to use the phone and the desktop as well. Try to go to try to create a new script as well. Maybe it's going to be here. If you see here on the right side, there's a tip. It says your script will appear on your mobile as a new project as soon as you save it here. Which means that if you create a script on the web and you save it, eventually you have it on the phone. So you can record it on the phone, you can upload your video, and eventually you can edit as well on the desk. So let's say, for example, your camera on the phone is better than the camera on your computer. This usually happens to a lot of people because we have better phones than better computers. Then eventually it's better that you write your script here and then send it to the app and eventually come back for the editing.
I'm actually going to show you how it looks. I'm going to show you. I'm switching between screens here. I've now switched back to my mobile device. Here you can see 7 minutes ago, there is my script, time-saving tips for Instagram. So to be fair, I think it actually makes a lot of sense to be editing your script and perfecting your script on desktop. More space. Obviously, I've got my full keyboard, but you're right. What a great workflow to be able to edit and workshop your script on desktop. Get it just so, maybe you've got other people that are helping you as part of your team. And then when it comes time to shoot it, look at this. We hop over here. There's that script. And I could go into record mode again and do our little countdown set. Obviously, experiment with your speed and all of that, but you'll get the hang of it. Maximize your time with batch creating. Set a timer for however long you have and generate as many posts as you can within that time frame. That's my tip, right? There we go. That's the take. And again, you'll be familiar with this screen to really in that final leg of your content creation. Here, you decide if you want to trim it, cue start, new take, script and title, and then obviously I love adding captions to it easily.
Phil, you nailed it. I think we got the idea. You nailed it. That was an amazing demo. And now I'm going to bug you with a lot of questions.
You're allowed to.
5 questions for you. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes to answer each one.
Okay.
You ready for the test?
I'm ready for the test and the timed.
Let's go ahead. Let's go for the first question. All right. So how do you see AI technology impacting the personal branding and social media space?
Okay. So AI is already impacting personal branding, social media, how we position, build, and promote our brands as companies and as people. However, let's make an important distinction here. It's impacting how we do our marketing, but it's not replacing how we do our marketing. It's certainly not replacing the human element that is essential. Technology today is different than what it was 10 years ago, right? We're using different platforms. We're using those platforms differently. But the thing that never changes is the human element. And so I'm not worried that AI is going to take over the world or AI is going to replace the role of humans. Humans are still an essential part of this. AI will complement and improve efficiency, but it's not going to replace us.
Amazing. That's exactly what BigView is trying to aim, to always enable people with a human touch, with talking head videos. So you can always send your message in a personal way. That's why AI can help you. And this is where the
Yes.
second question comes in place. So how can content creators, small business, everybody that's making videos, all individuals benefit from using BigView AI Magic Writer in their branding and content creation process?
Well, hopefully our demo answered that question for you. Even us taking a few seconds and minutes to walk through and explain the features, what we were able to create in a matter of seconds is mind blowing. I mentioned, I think earlier in this stream, that I have a lot of experience trying different AI tools and apps that launch. And because I've tried so many of them, I don't get equally excited about all of them. I think some platforms out there have a ways to go to actually make it useful, ready for busy working professionals like our audience to integrate into their workflow. BigView has nailed it. They've nailed it, right? The fact that I can hit the start button, talk out an idea in a sentence or two, and you're able to write a script that I barely need to edit. That is incredible. And that's why I love this feature. And I think, think of this, using this tool, how you might, if you hire someone to help you with your content creation process. It's just incredible.
Amazing. Actually, I'm going to skip the next question because you answered it, which my question was how you transition this to social media. But I think you answered the question.
Yeah. I mean, how would I transition this to social media? I think, video is here to stay, I would say, on platforms like Instagram, obviously TikTok, even YouTube now. There's such an emphasis in short form video content creation. So gone are the days where like you can't show up on video, right? Even brands, big brands with lots of employees are struggling or taking risks on how to show up, right? Grab an employee, maybe they do a behind the scenes tour of their day, a day in the life of your customer, a day in the life of the founder, right? Brands have to create video content nowadays to stand out on feeds. And this feature in particular makes that easier than anything I've tried.
Amazing. So I have two last questions for you, since I skipped last one. So I wanna have your thoughts. I mean, the importance of AI generated content for business and brands today. I mean, because like we talk about what it does, but why is it so important, and why do people need to take advantage of this tool right away and not miss on
So,
this chance?
yeah, this is an important question to ask. And I think in the scripts that we drafted both from scratch on mobile and the desktop version, which, if you remember, we used the rewrite tool to draft something from an existing idea, right? In our demo, I pulled a paragraph from my script about time saving tips. Um, that was still an idea that came from me. So I'm not relying on AI to craft this big, long, incredible idea that it's sourcing from someone else. Instead, we're using AI to complement, augment our own ideas. And I think that's really important. This is what I mean when I say AI is not going to replace humans. We still need the ideas from you. We need your perspective, your opinion, your thought leadership on your area of expertise. AI, when used most effectively in this context, social media, branding, ideally, you're still creating those concepts and ideas that AI is helping you write quickly to save time and improve efficiency. That's a very important distinction. AI is not going to replace, it's not going to write an incredible book for you, 1,000-word book, by giving all the ideas or sourcing all the ideas elsewhere. Those need to come from you. And the fact that this enables you to click a button, speak out an idea in the way that you would to a friend in a conversation, that's really powerful because it's still the originator, the origin of the ideas, perspectives, opinions come from you.
Amazing. So it's all about you, and this enhances your creative ideas.
Yeah, it
So
helps us not overthink things, which I'm sure all of us have a tendency to do at times, right? It's like as soon as it involves a script, it involves a camera. It's like, oh, this has to be perfect. My hair has to be perfect. I need the perfect lighting. Sometimes it's just a matter of hitting record, just like I did. And even I made some mistakes in my first take. That's the beauty of this. We're all humans.
And last question for you, Phil. How do you see the future of AI?
How do I see
In
the
the
future of
coming years?
AI? Yeah, how do I see the future of AI? So there's still going to be continued emphasis on new, exciting iterations and tools and platforms that are all trying to grab people's attention and convince people that they should be using their tools and products and services. We're going to see chat GPT and other variations of this, be in a lot of dialogue and discourse because of all the possibilities. However, for our audience, for us, I think your audience, for BIGVU, and my audience as a content creator and a brand strategist, they're similar. I care most about what works right now and saves me time and improves the efficiency of my content workflow because I am busy. I have clients that I manage. I have content that I create with brands, and I don't have a lot of time. So I am looking for tools that save me time right now. I don't have to learn or go through hours of training to figure something out, right? I think that's a huge downside or disadvantage right now to tools like Chat GPT that are dominating the conversation. I get excited about tools where brands have invested a lot of time and a lot of effort to get it right to make my life easier. And you guys have nailed that 100%. So I think,
Thank you.
yeah, I guess the future is going to require us, just to finish this thought, the future is going to require us to be discerning in which apps and tools we decide to incorporate into our workflow. Take it from someone who's tried hundreds of them. This is what I create content on. BIGVU is right now in my very short list of favorite apps and tools that I use.
Thank you, Phil. Appreciate your kind words. And to sum it up, let's see who's behind this. Who actually built the AI? And I want to invite Yoav Reisner, which is our data science and growth manager at BIGVU, who has sit for months to actually create this amazing tool. So, Yoav, welcome.
Hi, great to
How are
be
you?
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
It's the mandatory. Can you hear me? Great to be here.
How's it going? How it feels to build such a great tool?
Oh, wow. First of all, I'm humbled. I initially thought that this was the direction that BIGVU needs to go, but I always hoped that it would be really one of our great features. I see now that there's a big chance that it's going to be, and I'm thrilled. It's great to see something that actually helps a lot of people save time and focus on what they really want to do.
Amazing. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, not a lot, like 3 questions.
Yeah.
Also, like Phil, 2 minutes of time. You
Yeah.
ready?
I'll try.
Amazing. All right.
If I'm too
So
long,
first of
we can
all,
rewrite the answer.
can you tell us about the development process of BIGVU AI Magic Writer?
Yeah. So I think I've listened to several things that Phil mentioned earlier on, and I think that the very, very important thing is the reason I like a little bit less general use case AI apps like ChatGPT is a good example, but also Jasper and things like that is because they have a very wide vertical, right? They say, look, what we do is we generate text, right? For whom, for what purpose, we don't really know. So you need to kind of take the reins and try to create something valuable. Essentially, you're creating your own product, right? Because you need to think about both what you want to achieve and what is the best way to achieve it with that tool. It's not laid out for you. So it was very important for me and the team that we've worked on this product that, our kind of luck or the ability to create the amount of value that we've created is that we know who our target audience is, right? These are businesses creating business-oriented videos, and they're making scripts for videos, which allowed us to really kind of narrow down the use case and really optimize the way we do AI for that purpose. And I think that's why for our specific target audience, right, is more valuable for different tools, which is the way it should be, I feel.
Amazing. Thank you, Yoav.
I think that explains so much. That's so cool to hear you talk about this. Obviously, someone like me is trying to feature after you've developed it, but you've considered so many of the, the use cases. People like me and people like those that are watching this live and in the replay and in the comments, I see so many people are excited about this, but you made something so specific that helps us. That explains why you guys have done such an amazing job on this, because I've not heard that analogy before, but yes, using those other popular tools that are getting a lot of conversations right now, it's like, but I don't get excited about them because I don't have hours and hours and hours, endless hours to learn them and train them. And thankfully, what you guys have created is already immediately making my life easier.
The privilege, of working in BIGVU is that we've been doing this for a while, even without AI, right? And people have been writing scripts and making videos and sharing those videos. And we've had time to learn, right? What people are doing and why, and what could help.
Amazing, Yoav. I mean, you must answer all my questions, but I want to dig a little bit more. I want to see, like, I want to dig this question, which my goal in this question would be like, exactly, like, what are the insights that you can tell us that the feature makes script creation easier and more efficient? Like, what is insight out there that actually, makes the whole process more towards, the user?
Maybe what I'll say is I'm going to kind of do a shout out, call back to something Phil said when you asked him a question. AI, I don't feel is here to replace anything. It's here to augment, right? And it's here to make it simpler, easier, faster, etc., etc., etc. But there has to be someone behind the scenes really moving the wheels forward and navigating. So AI is kind of like a vehicle, if you'd like. And essentially, I never thought about this as something that completely replaces script writers, right? And businesses writing their own scripts. And perhaps at some times you are able at the first go to create something you're completely happy with and can immediately record. And that's great, that's perfect. But when I thought about this, I didn't try to get that 100% of the cases, because obviously some cases, okay, maybe I'm just, it's hard for me to write from scratch. I have an idea, but standing in front of an empty page is much harder in my, in the way I view it, than getting something from someone like an employee, if you'd like, and then, this is not good, this is not good, I need to change that, I need to do that better. Because when someone brings you something, it's much easier to give your opinion on that than actually creating something from scratch. So a lot of the way that we've developed this AI doesn't really presume to automatically create something perfect. And I think that actually gives it more value than less, in a way, I hope. I think this is what makes it kind of, and the fact that, the whole thing about BIGVU is trying to help video creation be more streamlined or easier to do through the whole steps. So once you have that inside your pipeline, hopefully, you get something, you edit a few sentences, you get a teleprompter, etc., you're out, right? So that was the idea.
Very nice. And my last question, Yoav, and I think you guys nailed it like 20 times, but what's the big difference? What's the top big difference between us and the rest?
I would say there are two main things. So the first thing would be what I mentioned before, was that we create AI, designated for small businesses or departments in businesses that need to create these type of videos and these type of scripts. This is the first big difference. And the second difference is, we, like most people, the basic, I'm not going to go too technical, right? But the basic engine, right, behind these features eventually is GPT, which is what everyone uses, right? You don't need to invent the wheel if there's something good that you can use. But there's a lot of clever things you can do around and above using that basic kind of engine, right? There's a lot of things, and there's a lot of different smaller maybe AIs or processes or services that you can use on top of that in order to produce more value to your customers, to your specific customers, right? And that's what we're doing. And I can say, there's a lot to be excited for. For example, I can tell you that if you go to ChatGPT, one of the things is he knows how to speak other languages, right? So if you try to speak in German or in French or something, usually you'll get, he knows. But once you try to actually create something with those languages, it's not as stable as English, right? Because it's not meant to be a translation model. That's not the goal. So we actually, for that, and we released the multi-language just like 1 or 2 days ago, we do some really clever things in order to make that stable in other languages, for example. Also, we know that a lot of people that make personalized sales video, we have this sales AI already, but we've already thought, it's such a pain. You need to kind of make the research about who you want to talk to and start kind of building inside your head the message, and then, okay, how did we shorten the time that it takes you to create that video? So what we're working on right now is that in like a few days or a week or 2 weeks, hopefully, and we're developing it now, you can just give us his LinkedIn page profile, and that's it. We build the script, right, to tailored from you to him. So these are the sort of things, right, that because we understand who is using the product, we can kind of tailor AI features around it.
That's incredible. You guys are always cooking up something amazing. Just when we think you've done it all, you're already working on something that's going to come next. I love that. Well, honestly, Yoav, and the whole team, give them a pat on the back, because I'm reading these comments, by the way. Philippe, we've done a few workshops and collabs over the years, and this is definitely the most excited that I have seen people for a new feature. Understandably so. You guys have nailed it. Well done. I am so excited and thrilled by how easy it is for everyone to integrate this into their workflow starting today.
Thank you.
Amazing. Kudos to Yoav and all the team. Seriously, good job, guys.
I mean, thanks to everyone. It's still something, you're just waiting to see how people actually use the things you create. So it's amazing so far.
And you have just mentioned a little bit, but it's available in all languages, right? Is that
I mean, so, unless you speak something very, very strange, all the major languages, like 25 something like that languages, it's available in. So don't take my word. If you speak Klingon or something weird, then maybe not. But most of the languages, yes.
So you tell me it's not available in Yiddish?
I am actually not sure. It might be. I need to check.
Just joking. I don't know if somebody that speaks Yiddish, but I know some people still speak Yiddish. Okay, so all right. Yeah. So let's see how the product homepage works. I mean, how's it going, Phil?
Let's have a look. So let me refresh the screen. We are up to 324 upvotes. I think we can do better. That's still pretty impressive. We're in spot 3, guys. Spot 3 on Product Hunt. So with a few more, those of you that are joining us, we would love if you could hop over to the Product Hunt page and give us an upvote to get this. We want spot number 1. That's what we want.
We deserve it.
We deserve it. Yeah, you guys, I say we because I feel like I'm part of the group unofficially. You guys deserve it. Also, Philippe, you pointed out earlier, I'll point it out again. Group, this is awesome here, written in red. 3 free months free of the Pro plan, I believe, right? So you can literally hit that. It will copy the code that you would use to redeem that. So it's right there.
That's amazing. So we're just gonna leave
also,
here.
I believe it's only available for a very limited time. So
I think as long as Product Hunt will be over, I believe in like the next 15 hours, 14 hours. So you have those 14 hours. If not, I will link the link of Phil Pallen where you can get a special offer from him. And yeah, so you all feel, I think we have some time. We have 10 minutes to answer a lot of questions. I'm sure the public has a lot of questions. So, and also we have two special thanks, Bruno, who we don't see him. Bruno, you can always come up if you're out there. He's been actually managing all the workshop behind. So big claps to Bruno and all his hard work on the workshop. He's doing amazing work. And that's it. So guys, let's grab some questions. Let's see who's there. I'm gonna leave the QRC code of Product Hunt for the next few minutes, so you can obviously go there. You can send a vote, you can support us, but what we love more is your feedback. If you can actually try the feature yourself and give us a comment, this is the best. This is how we actually learn and improve our products. Let's see what we have in the comments. Let's see what we have in the comments. Did you guys see any important comments on the past? I see there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a handful here. I was reading these, and while you guys were chatting, Carolyn says she's voted twice. Thank you. Krista voted.
Oh, amazing. I don't know how you can do that, but that's great.
Yeah.
So, guys, I prefer it if you're still here and you have a very, very important question. I don't think we have time to scroll all the way up and pick the best questions. Feel free to actually write the questions that you asked before right now, and therefore we will answer all of them. We try our best.
Yeah. There's a good one here from Maria that I can read. She says, "Is the AI already available, and in what package?" We haven't talked about the packages yet. I don't know, Philippe, if you want to take that one.
Yeah.
Do you want to take that one, Yoav?
Sure. I mean, BIGVU is a freemium business model app, right? So for the free version, you can actually use this, I believe, 3 times. I hope I'm not wrong. So up to 3 times, and then we kind of prompt you to upgrade. And then you have the starter package, which, among other things, limits you to 10 times to use this AI feature. And then if you upgrade to Pro AI, which is the highest individual package that we have, I believe it's unlimited.
Yep. If I could add a few thoughts to this, when you're thinking about a subscription for a platform like this, consider how much you would have to spend to hire someone to do a service like this. And by the way, even when you hire someone to, for example, help with some of these responsibilities, that's not instant. This is literally technology that you guys have spent a lot of time and, frankly, a lot of money and resources to develop and get it as good as it is. That when I think about paying for an app and a subscription, that's something to think about, is how much time and money it saves you, and maybe replaces the need to have to hire a virtual assistant or a content writer. Or even then, if you're still hiring someone, or an agency, even if you have someone that's helping you create content, I think that this BIGVU subscription, for the record, is totally worth it. And I think it's the kind of thing that will also probably save you in a lot of ways of your business, other areas.
Okay, I got a message from Bruno that we have 4 minutes left or 6 minutes left, because they will cut us in 1 hour sharp. So what I will say is that I can actually stay 20 minutes more. Bruno can also help me out. And you can actually go to our Discord channel. Bruno, if you can also type on the comments so they can actually access. And you can join our Discord channel. On Discord channel, the goal would be to get updates of a BIGVU that you miss on our emails, notifications. So, it's like a chat or a Telegram group where you can get all the updates, and they will always be there. So you can always come back if you miss something. And eventually, we are there so we can answer, the questions that we miss. So feel free to link here. And Bruno, feel free also to put it there. Also, 2 things that I want to show you before we leave is first of all, for the people that are interested in Phil Pallen offer, and BIGVU as well, if you can actually link that on the comments, would be nice. he has a special offer. And if you go through his offer, eventually you get a discount. So let's say, for example, you try the 3 months for free. You want to keep going with BIGVU. You want a discount, go and get it. If you get it right now, it will open on the desktop, and right away you open on the desktop, you have 7 days free trial. But after 7 days, you'll have to renew it, and you can renew it through Phil Pallen link. Feel free to also add that one. I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. And last one. Actually, well, there's 2 last ones, but it's also this one. And you can go to our YouTube channel. And this is all the videos that I'm putting about the AI. Right now, there's 17 videos. There's tutorials, there's demo, there's UGC videos of people actually creating videos with BIGVU, using, like, for example, realtors, coaches actually making videos with BIGVU. So you can see examples, you can see how it works on the web, how it works on iOS. Soon we'll launch a video on how it works on Android as well. And so feel free to check over there. There's a bunch of videos, and Phil Pallen in 2 weeks is going to make an awesome video on his YouTube channel. So make sure you actually subscribe to his account on YouTube. And it's very simple, right? You just type Phil Pallen on YouTube, and they will find you.
Yeah, they'll find. I've actually created a handful of videos that feature BIGVU, several of them, done some dedicated videos with you guys. I'm such a fan of your platform, even before the AI Magic Writer was released. But now you guys are like my #1 in terms of efficiency for content creation. So I'm working now actually on a video that features this, and we'll give a few use cases as well.
Great. And last thing, BIGVU is doing a WeFunder campaign, and you can invest in BIGVU as low as $100, I believe, up to like 25K, depending on how much you can invest. But you become shareholders of BIGVU. It's a combined shareholders where eventually, whenever, I don't know, we sell the company, we make an IPO, eventually you can get shares out of BIGVU. And this share is, at the end, is you can gain more money out of that. And we have a 20% valuation, that we give a 20% valuation before we go live. We will go live, I believe, in a month or so, and it will be valued more than what it is right now. So if you want to invest in BIGVU, you like BIGVU, and you want to give us some support, and you want to be part of our team, feel free to actually go over there at wefunder.bigview. And Bruno, let me know if you can also link that one. Very nice. And you can get it over there. And I think that's it, guys. That's all I have to say. It was really a pleasure to be here, Phil Pallen. Thank you very much. You're an amazing person. You create amazing content, and we're very thrilled to see what you're gonna make for us. And Yoav, kudos to you. You create the best feature. Yoav has been in BIGVU since forever. I don't know, 5-6 years.
It's like 5 years, yeah.
Since he was a student until now, has a grown up, and he's done like amazing job. So let's keep up the good work. And also all the developers behind BIGVU, all the marketing team, everybody. Also shout out to David, the CEO of the company, who has put very great ideas into this. And I hope I see you guys in the next workshops. I'll be in Discord for the few minutes, so feel free to actually type me any questions. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys. And let's see if we make the first one on Product Hunt.
I hope so. You guys deserve it. Thank you.
All the best, guys. Have a good one.
Goodbye to obsessing about what to say on camera. It's time to start publishing your content and getting views. Introducing BIGVU AI Magic Writer, your personal screenwriter on the go. With a few words from you, BIGVU AI will generate you a script that you can deliver with confidence and clarity. No more wasting time and effort writing scripts from scratch. BIGVU AI takes care of everything with one click. And the magic doesn't end there. With BIGVU, you can record with the teleprompter, style your videos with automatic subtitles, and share your masterpiece on social media with one touch. Don't take our word for it. Millions of coaches, realtors, and small businesses have already fallen in love with BIGVU AI. Are you ready to see the magic for yourself? Then you don't want to miss out on our live webinar